Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I am going to cover the points which is accessing class members, array of objects and this keyword. So the first point is accessing class member. So what is actually class member is? Okay, so that can be the member functions or the member fields. Okay, the member function will be the methods which we will write down inside of the class. Okay, or data members and data members. So data members are the variables which we have created inside of the class. Okay, those two the properties of this class we can call as a class members. So both things should be instance for that class. Okay, the variable should be instance variable and method should be instance method. Okay, so those are called as the member function, so class members of that class. Okay, so how we will call or how we will access the properties of that class, let's see with the example. Okay, for example, I have created one class here, advanced object. Okay, so first of all I will have one like num variable, and second is like string and name variable I have created. Two instance variables I have created here, and I want to access those things inside of the main method. Okay, so first of all I have to create a variable of my class, sorry, object of my class to call those variables. Okay, I will say the object here new, the constructor of my class. So this way we can create the object as I have mentioned, I have discussed in the my previous video. So this is the way we can create the object, and by using object we can access those data members. Okay, obj.name I will assign here the power, and obj.num I will assign the 100. Okay, this is the way we can assign the values, we can access our data members. Okay, and here I will just print is it assigned or not. Name and num. What happened? Yeah, obj.name I have to do. This way we can access the variable again. Okay, this way I have accessed the variables, instance variables of my class, and let's see the output. Run a Java application. Okay, so you can see here we got the output. So this way we can access obj dot a variable name, obj dot variable name, and we can assign or we can read value like this. So this is the way to access our data members, or one thing is remaining, member function. How to access member functions? For example, I have a void show instance method of this class. What it will do, it will do the same thing what I did here. Okay, this way instead of obj I will skip this thing. Okay, so this is the instance method which showing the which first assigning the instance variables of same class and then showing those instance variables. Okay, so here I have created one object. I will not assign the value which is doing by the another method, which is done by another method, which is instance method. So I will just simply obj dot show, I will just call those that method by this way. This way we can access the member function of the class. Instance method I have accessed by the obj object. Okay, so let's see the output. Is it working fine or not? Yeah, you can see we got the proper output. It has added the assigned values, and here the method has shown the output. So this way we can access the member function as well. Okay, so member data variable we can access like this way, or member function we can access like this way. Okay, so this keyword we will cover first. Okay, so by default it has taken this because I have added some enabled some functionality in the Windows.preferences. Okay, so here I can add some things like Java editor, and I will add another so this is the one setting which we have to enable, and it will add automatically this if it's an instance variable. Okay, so this is internal. So what is the use of this keyword? For example, I am creating one another variable here. So okay, obj2 I will say. Okay, so here I have two different memory locations. Okay, so instead of assigning this from here, I will do, I will just pass the name from here for 1 and 100, and it will assign its okay, and I will assign that dynamically, name and num. Okay, so as you can see, inside of this method, instead of this show method, we have a similar name of two variables. One is our local variable of this class, of this method, name and num. Those are the local variable for the show method, and this name and this num are the instance variable for the same method for its current class. Okay, so in order to identify the instance and the local, we have this keyword. It will show which is the instance variable, and it will show which is the local variable. If I will remove this keyword from here, okay, so then you can check. I will hover on name, so the name is highlighted, and I will hover on another name, then again name is highlighted. So in that means it's not accessing, there are both are the local variables, they are pointing to the local variables itself. And if I will point to this num, it will show this num1, this one num, local num. And if I will point to this num, it will show the instance num. So this is the basically use of this keyword. This keyword points the calling object of current class. Okay, the calling object of current class. So I will call here the Saurabh, and okay, so those two values I have given here. Okay, so what happened, I have created two objects here. For example, this object is pointing to 1011 memory location, and this object is pointing to 1012 memory location. Okay, so when I will create this object, so the fields of this object are empty. Okay, no value will be entered inside of that. After that, I will call the show method. Show method will call here, and it will assign the value to those instance variable which are declared and which got memory instead of the 1011. Okay, those instance variable it will call. And when I will call the obj obj2 dot show method, then this show method will assign the variables which variables are declared instead of the 1012 memory location. Okay, so this pointer is calling to the this pointer is point to the calling object of current class. Okay, so that means obj1 is calling to the show method, then it will points to the instance variables of 1011, and obj2 calling to the show method, then it will this will be point to the 1012 memory location. So that is the use of this keyword. So definition of this keyword is: this keyword points to the calling object of current class. Okay, it's not sufficient to point to the current class. Okay, if I will say it will point to the current class object, so it's not sufficient definition, because there are two objects. So how it possible it will point to both the things? So that's why I have added this word here, calling object of the current class. Okay, which calling to particular method. For example, 1011 calling to that method, then it will point to the 1011, and after that obj2 means 1012 calling to that method, then this keyword points to the 1012 memory location or object. So that is the brief definition of this keyword. So the next point is the array of objects. Okay, so let's take another class here, where we will see the array of objects. Array of objects class name I have taken public static void main. I will take it and open. Okay, so from here, okay, so what is the array of objects? So array of objects means, as I have declared one single object over here, okay, and which keeps inside of the obj, and here another object I have taken which keeps inside of the obj2 reference. So instead of doing this, if anybody don't know what is the array, then let me explain the array. Array is the collection of elements of same type. Okay, for example, I have created array for integer, then this integer array will keeps only the integer variable itself. It can be of 10 integers, it can be of 20 integers, it will be depend on the size which I will mention. Okay, but it will be the same type, it will be int only. It cannot store the string or any float variables, it can't store. So the basic definitions of the integer array is, or any of the array, the basic definitions of array is, let's take string arr, means any name we can give, like array we can give, or my array we can give, any name we can give here. Okay, and new string square brackets, and here I have to mention size. For example, I am mentioning 10. Okay, here I have to keep square brackets. So this is the syntax to create the array. Okay, here we can have type. For example, I want to create of integer, then both the position it will be integer. So this is the array, and this is the definition of array, means array is a collection of elements of same type. Okay, so collection of same type. So this way we can create array. Okay, so how we can create array of objects? Okay, let keep it here. This is an example of array, and how we can create array of objects. For example, in the basic order, how we have created the object of our class like this way. This way we can create our normal object. And in order to create the array of objects, so what we have to make the changes, like this way we have to do the changes. Okay, I will just have the square bracket over here. Okay, and new like this, and the size I will mention. Okay, so what happened, the array, this is the reference, is a type of array, but not 10 objects are assigned inside of it. Okay, not the 10 objects like this 1011 comma 1012. These types of 10 objects are not assigned inside of the obj yet. Okay, we just have created the 10 buckets which can store the 10 objects types of array of types of this class. Okay, array of object type. So we just have created the bucket which can hold the 10 objects. So now we have to create those 10 objects, and we have to assign one by one instead of this obj reference. Okay, so how we will do that? For example, I have obj of 0. So array index starts from 0 to the length -1. What is the length? Is 10. Okay, the length of that array is 10, so it will be 0 to 9. Okay, it will be 0 to 9, those are 10. Okay, 0 to 9 are 10. So I will first access to I will assign to the 0th location. First object is okay, the first object I have assigned inside of the 0th bucket. Second similarly I will do for the array. Yeah. Okay, the first, second, third and fourth. Okay, so this way we can create multiple arrays, and in order to access those array, similarly we can do as I did in the this section, obj.show. For example, I have method. Okay, so okay, so let it go. uh, for example, I have one variable called int number. Okay, so in order to access the variables of that particular instance variable of that particular object, how we can do obj of like 0 equals to sorry, obj of 0 means I am pointing to the object which I have created here, dot 0 dot number. Okay, and I will assign the value here like this way. Similarly, obj of 1 dot number I will assign 20. Okay, so there are multiple objects inside of the single reference array of reference. Okay, reference which is types of array. Okay, so there are multiple objects I have created, and the multiple objects I can assign like this way. Instead of doing like this, I can have for loop int I equals to 0, I is less than obj dot length and I plus plus. This way I can create the object. I will just pass the I over here. So first it will be 0, after that it will be 1, after that it will be 3. So in that way it will iterate, and the 10 object it will create, and the loop will be terminated. So this way I can create objects, and this way and the similar way I can assign the objects as well. Like take this statement as it is, and I will have the I over here, or I can have I plus. Okay, so at the 0th array of this class, okay, 0th object reference will have the 10 plus I, means 0 plus I, sorry, 0 plus 10 means 10 itself. After that just a minute, okay, then I will be iterated, it will be 1. Okay, so the first object which we have created here, the first object reference contains 1 plus 10, means the number of first object, the number variable of first object will contain 11. So this way it will be assigned. Okay, so both the way we can do. Okay, so this is the way where we can do manually. I have assigned the 5 of I have created 5 objects, and I have assigned 2 variables of the different objects inside of the array. Okay, and this is the way we can automatically create, like by the for loop it will iterate and it will create the automatically for it. So those 2 way we can do operation with array of objects. So that's it from this video. So please like, share and subscribe this YouTube channel, and add a comment for more coding related videos. Thank you.